All right, we're going to do the next one in our mineral test, which is light. Little review though first. One of yours is sulfur, and remember it'll smell like rotten eggs. Actually, rotten eggs smell like it because that's in in eggs. Um, and when you eat eggs, onion, and cabbage, you're taking in sulfur. Also, it's in the fireworks of Fourth of July. It's in gunpowder, fertilizers, dynamite, and even matches. And it was an important. It's an ingredient in a lot of medicine in the Civil War and the World War One. They used to put it on wounds to disinfect. They would just they would have a chunk of it in their med kit and grind it up, put it on their wound, and that would kill any kind of um, infections or anything that's getting in there to infect it. It's found in many places. You can find sulfur and crystals around. A lot of times we're right around where volcanoes erupt. Sulfur is also found in limestone, so we have a lot of limestone around here. So which one do you think which mineral do you think is sulfur? And again, sulfur. This is around the volcanoes, pretty dangerous job. And it is its own element, sulfur. And again, some of the uses, even in rubber making. And you can find it still in like, they put it on for a pesticide, like on, uh, so to get rid of like bugs and stuff like that um, in your garden, also for getting rid of dandruff, and sulfur is also in making paint right now. There's even sulfur soap you can use. One of your minerals is also hematite. Hema means blood, like dried blood. That's because of its powdery streak. Looks like dried blood, um, and it can be a grayish. They do leave a grayish to red to black. Another they used to do and indigenous people used to do drawings on that. They'd mix it with uh, like some kind of animal fat and their dark red paint on there, and it stained the walls. So it is an ingredient that makes iron, and it was used by Egyptians over 3,000 years ago. Do you think you know which one is yours? Again, look at some of them. Do they have that blood red? Yours might be the specular hematite, which is that one kind of is like a grayish red. It is also used in jewelry. So you can see that kind of grayish. This one, because iron oxidizes, turns like a reddish rust color. And there's all different forms of it too. That are pretty cool. This is one of my favorite ones called specular. It looks just like a whole bunch of silver glitter on it. And you can see some of the jewelry they make out of it. Some people carve it. And you do also have graphite. Graphite, the word graph means to write in Latin and Greek, and this is what they used to write with, and what you are writing with in your pencils. Your pencils do not have lead; they have graphite in it, and it's really slippery too. So, like when they take and powderize it, they'll use it as a lubricant, um, and it withstands really high temperatures. So and it has a really cool streak, and you can actually take that one and write with it. So you'll know that it's kind of slick feeling. It looks like metal, and but when you write with it, it looks like your pencil lead, which is graphite. So again, used even in batteries, pencils, lubricants. All right, so now we're going to go on this next one. We already got these. We're going to go on to light. These are three big words we're going to be using. Opaque, which means transmits no light. Translucent, which transmits like a foggy light. And transparent, which looks like glass shining through it. So you're going to get your flashlight out and put it behind your mineral and see. Again, transparent. Looks like glass. The light will go right through unhindered. Translucent, it kind of scatters the light and kind of makes it look foggy or, you know, frosted look through it, but the light does still go through. And then opaque means nothing gets through. So a good way to look at that is some tile. Here's a glass pane. Here's a frosted glass pane, and here's like a tile that won't stone tile that won't go through. Here, should which one do you think this is? Do you think it's opaque, translucent, or transparent? It is transparent. How about this one? Translucent. If you know it looks like metal, that's a key thing to say. It's opaque. Can't see through the metal. So one other thing we could add to this, and we do have fluorescent UV lights in our room, and they do. Remember, there's certain ones that will glow under in a UV light. Calcite and fluoride are two of them that tend to glow. Okay, mineral D has fluorescence. It should. It can. It might not. It might be just we need stronger fluorescence for it to glow. And we've seen this one before. And some of them look just pretty. There's even Vaseline glass, which they put, which will glow, and they put the minerals in there to glow, make a glow at night with underneath. Everybody tends to think it glows automatically, but it has to be underneath a UV light to glow. You could put fluorescence into that one too. I mean, this would be an optional one, but it is something that geologists will carry around with them. All right, that's your next test.